Some of these Nintendo Switch 2 launch title rumors are ridiculous and insane. Welcome to episode 8 of Gaming Tea. Today's topic is the Nintendo Switch 2, so let's get right into it. Now I'm going to preface everything I say with the same old disclaimer. When it comes to the Nintendo Switch 2 and these rumors, take everything with a pinch of the saltiest salt. But yes, this particular rumor comes way of Tokyo Game Life. He tweeted on January the 31st. According to speculation, Switch 2 is launching with all these games day one. Now I'm going to read the list and then we'll talk about as to why this is absolutely insane and ridiculous. Mario Kart, 3D Mario, Prime 4, FE4, which is Fire Emblem 4, Elden Ring, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Metaphor, Cyberpunk, Forza, Halo, Starfield, SilkSong, UFO 50, no idea what that is, I'll have to Google it, and Hades 2. And the tweet finishes off by saying, "You'd think they would spread these out, but I believe every rumor." Now, this could be a joke tweet, or this could just be somebody's wish list that they made whilst they were high on, I don't know, shrooms. But let's just talk about it, and we'll start with Mario Kart. Now, they showed Mario Kart in the Switch 2 first look trailer, so I think it's safe to say that they're going to launch with a new Mario Kart game. I think that is confirmed. I think we can put that rumor to rest that will be there on day one. 3D Mario, I'm going to have to pour cold water on that one. Absolutely not. I don't think Nintendo is going to launch the Switch 2 with a 3D Mario, brand new 3D Mario game, and Mario Kart as well. No, because as much as that would be absolutely insane and just amazing for gamers was, Nintendo's going to space these games out because the Switch 2 is going to be a beefy, powerful machine. We've already seen the size comparison to the original Switch, and it's not big for no reason. All of that is housing brand new tech, the latest components, so this thing is going to be significantly more powerful, and in turn games developed for this system will take longer, cost more. And Nintendo had their release schedule on lock during the Switch's lifespan. On average we were getting one first party game almost every month, so I don't think that they're going to want to spread out their releases in 2025. So I suspect the 3D Mario will launch towards the end of the year, similar to how Mario Odyssey launched in October of 2017, and then we got Zelda at launch. So they'll get a big game at launch and then a 3D Mario probably late in the year. That's my prediction on that one. You should also check out the prediction video on my channel. It's really good. Next up is Metroid Prime 4, and 100% that is going to be there on launch day. That is going to be a cross-platform launch, in my opinion, between the OG Switch and the Switch 2. We know it's coming out in 2025. They haven't set a release date yet, but I suspect they're going to definitely want that on as many systems as possible. You're going to have, by the time this game launches, you're going to have well over 150 million Switches out there, so they're not going to ignore that market. And then there'll be something for the Switch 2 early adopters to get hold of, probably with enhanced graphics and features and things like that. So yeah, Metro Prime 4 definitely at launch. Next up is Fire Emblem 4. Now this is, from my knowledge, will be a remake of Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War. I don't think that's going to be their launch. I don't think so. I don't think that's going to be ready. I think if that comes out this year, it will be later in the year, possibly 2026. So I am pouring cold water on any Fire Emblem representation being there at launch. I don't think so. Elden Ring, I can see that being there. Because Bandai, they were a little slow to begin with their support for the Switch, but they picked up, as the system gained steam, and they've been a great support studio for some of the better Pokemon games. But yeah, I can see Elden Ring being there at launch. It's probably a no-brainer. They're probably fairly easy to port across the Nintendo Switch 2, so yeah, I can see Elden Ring being there at launch. Next up, Final Fantasy VII Remake. 110%, that is their day one. Square Enix themselves have said they made some mistakes for this exclusive platform launches for some of their Final Fantasy games and some of their other titles. They are not making that mistake this time round. They left a lot of money on the table by not you know, even though they did support the Switch with some fantastic titles like, you know, Triangle Strategy, Octopath Traveler, etc., they missed the trick by not putting Final Fantasy on every conceivable platform and locking it to, you know, the PlayStation for as long as they did. So 110% I see Final Fantasy VII Remake being there day one on the Nintendo Switch, and hopefully Square Enix will not say it has not met expectations sales wise. Metaphor again, yeah, I think they've been working on that behind the scenes. I can see that being there at launch, definitely. I think that would be a good one as well, because I don't think that'll be that hard to port to the Switch too. They probably could have actually ported it to the Switch, maybe with some downgrades. So I think they've been working on that. I think that will be there on launch as well, or at least very, very close to launch day. Cyberpunk 2077. I don't know. I'm sorry. I have a very, very tumultuous relationship with this game, in the sense that I just can't get over the revisionist history that people have with this game. Like, this game launched in arguably some of the worst state I've ever heard or seen a video game launch, to the fact it was pulled from PlayStation stores, to the fact people were, you know, shareholders were going to sue, you know, CD Projekt Red. But anyway, possibly 50-50 is there at launch. I mean, CD Projekt Red did come out with The Witcher 3 on the Switch, which surprised everybody, so my suspicion would be 50-50. If not on launch, maybe later in the year. Forza, absolutely. I mean, Microsoft literally announced last week that Forza Horizon 5 is coming to the PS5. Fanboys lost their absolute minds, but I can literally see that coming to Switch on day one. It would be a no-brainer for Microsoft. It's cash, it's money. Halo, in some form or another, yes. Master Chief Collection, 100% I can see there being on day one. They've probably worked on it. It's probably finished. It's probably finished already, ready to go on the Switch too. So yeah, Halo in some form I can see on the Switch too. Now Starfield, however, I don't think so. Definitely not on launch. I put over 213 hours into that game and loved every single minute of it. I loved that fantastic ending. I loved the gameplay, the story. Oh, it was an amazing game. Now, if this came to Switch, I would double dip and buy it again and replay it again. Absolutely. I played it on PC the first time, but yeah, if that came to Switch, I would be all over that. No questions asked. Will it be there on launch? I don't think so. Later this year or early 2026? Definitely, but launch, absolutely not. Hollow Knight SilkSong, no, quite simply no. It's not going to be there on launch. I don't think Hollow Knight SilkSong exists. It is the mythical unicorn that people are chasing in the gaming industry, but no, all jokes aside, no, it's not going to be there on launch. UFO 50, I had to Google this, I had no idea what this is. It's a video game collection developed and published by Mossmouth for Windows, and it was released in September of last year. It's like a collection of multiplayer games, 50 unique games or something like that. I mean, it doesn't look particularly taxing or anything else like that. So yeah, I can see something like this being there on day one. And that leads us to our last title on this speculative list, Hades 2. And yes, this one I can see there. I mean, it's still in early access, but yes, I can see that being there. First Hades game, phenomenal, fantastic, absolutely loved it. But I can 110% see this being there at launch. That's actually quite a good one to launch with, to be honest. So yeah, but that is the list. Those are my thoughts on that list. I think the list is insane and ridiculous to a degree. It's an amazing list that somebody on Shrooms thought up. But yeah, what do you think about this list here? I would love to know your thoughts, so leave a comment down in that comment section below. Thanks for watching. As always, please smash that like button, subscribe if you are somebody new, and I will see you lovely people on the next episode of Gaming Tea. Cheers.